how to earn crypto passive income with PancakeSwap. I'm going to show you how to earn as a liquidity provider holder, as a farmer, and as a pool participant. So there are 3 different ways to earn passive income with PancakeSwap. Now, this guide will pretty much be the same if you are going to be using SushiSwap, Aave, or any other type of protocol. They are all very similar. So if you are new to decentralized finance or DeFi, this should help you out. And in this video, I'm going to be using Trust Wallet because PancakeSwap is on Binance Smart Chain, and anything on Binance Smart Chain is going to support Trust Wallet or Wallet Connect, so that is the wallet of choice when on Binance Smart Chain. Now, this video is going to be a lot. If you don't know how to use PancakeSwap, I made another video explaining that from a beginner side, so you can get your basic understanding of how everything works, and we're going to jump into a little more advanced stuff in this video. Now, if you can help me out by hitting that like button, I would appreciate it, and now we can get started. How to add liquidity in PancakeSwap. So let's add some liquidity. I'm going to the menu here, I'm going to exchange, going to liquidity, and I can add any liquidity for any tokens I have, even if that token isn't available on PancakeSwap. If you are adding liquidity to a token that isn't on PancakeSwap, you would be the first liquidity provider. This is common if you create a token and want people to be able to trade it. We're not going to get into that. That's not what this video is about, but the process is exactly the same. So I'm going to select add liquidity. I'm going to select my currency. We're going to go with BNB, and we're going to go with BUSD, and I'm going to add my entire balance of BUSD. If I did it the other way with BNB, I don't have a sufficient BUSD balance, so that won't work, but I want to put BNB and BUSD. As a liquidity provider, you have to add the equal amount into the liquidity pool. So if I'm going to add 56 BUSD, I'm going to have to add $56 worth of BNB as the equivalent. So the pool is always going to be a 50-50 balance. Now, the benefit of being a liquidity provider, you get profit. You get a share of the pool, and for every time someone trades, 0.17% of that trade from that 0.25% fee goes to the liquidity providers. Let's say the pool makes $1,000 and you own 0.1%, you're coming out with $10. So it really depends on how much that pool size you own. So I'm going to own 0.01% of the pool, less than that, significantly less than that. And how many people are trading BNB to BUSD on PancakeSwap, so that can vary, and later I'm going to show you what type of interest we can expect. But for now, we're just going to add liquidity. And now that I have my BUSD set up and the amount of BNB that's equivalent to it, we're going to select supply, and it shows us that we're going to get 2.37 pool tokens, and I'm okay with that. Kind of shows the exchange rate and what we're getting into here, and the supply and the share of the pool significantly less than 1%, which makes sense. There is a lot of money locked on PancakeSwap, but we can still benefit as much as someone with a lot of money. Basically, if they get 0.17% of all the trades, we're also getting 0.17%, but that is in relation to the amount of money we are putting up on PancakeSwap. So I'm okay with that. Confirm supply. Then we go back to our phone again. We're going to get a notification. Smart contract call. The network fee to add liquidity is going to be 54 cents. I'm okay with that. Hit approve. And now we're waiting in real time so you can understand how long this takes. Transaction submitted. Close. Transaction receipt. We're good. So we should have some liquidity provider tokens now for the BNB BUSD pool. See, that just updated and we're ready to roll. So opening up this menu again, now we can move over to farms. So let's look at the farm. We're going to look at the BUSD BNB pool, and you get 30% APR for putting up your liquidity provider tokens. And since we just added liquidity, we have liquidity provider tokens to participate in this pool, and we can be earning 30% APR on those tokens we just got. So indirectly, we'll be earning 30% APR for holding BNB and BUSD and participating in the pool. That is a lot, but is there a downside? Yes, impermanent loss. And impermanent loss is pretty much thinking, are you going to make more holding BNB, or are you going to make more from the trading fees? So if I think BNB is going to go up more than 100% in the next year, I might want to be holding the BNB tokens. If I think that the price is going to go sideways, I would make more as a liquidity provider holder. So let's participate. So all you have to do is select the drop-down details, stake LP. We have 2.37 liquidity provider tokens for the BUSD BNB pair. Select max, annual ROI on this. So we put $56 in, well, actually $112 in, and we're gonna get $23. That is the APR and not APY. So APR is the rate we'll get over the course of a year. APY is the accumulated earning rate if we keep reinvesting anything we're earning. So APY is always going to be higher than APR when all things are equivalent, and to earn more with APR, we're going to have to claim the rewards and then reinvest them. So back to the phone, we're going to have to approve this transaction. I hit approve. Now we're waiting for this to confirm in real time so you understand how long this takes. Maybe I can tell you a story if this keeps going long of how Dan got into crypto. Oh no, that story is for next time. The funds have been staked and that's it. So it's going to show us harvest. This button is now active and it's going to show the rewards we're earning from participating in this pool. Now let's take a look at pools. We're going to go lightly through these other ones though. Prediction, that's not working. Lottery, that is gambling. Yeah, collectibles, that's NFTs. Team battle, I forgot what this is. Not available. They stopped doing that in April, so that's no longer a thing. But what I really come here is for the exchange, the farm, and the pools. So, syrup pools. Syrup pools are a way for you to stake cake tokens and earn other tokens. High APR, low risk. Pretty true. And let's take a quick look at what you can do. There's auto cake and manual cake. If you just want to hold the cake token, you can get high interest. And that interest rate is very high because they're printing out cake tokens for you to participate. Right now, there is no max supply on the cake token, and they are trying to burn the token through the fees. But yeah, the coin supply is going to keep going up, and that makes it an inflationary coin, something you don't want to hold too much of just in case the price drops, or it's just difficult for the price to keep going up because of the coins being printed out. So that's one of my personal concerns, but I do have some cake just because high APR, yeah, high interest. So let's look at the coins I'm staking. I'm, not financial advice. I'm staking SPS and I'm staking Mask. I'm in SPS just because YGG, the Yield Guild, it's one of the games they're playing, and they have a huge audience of Axie Infinity players, and I want to see what they're investing in, what they're playing, and I want to get some exposure to that, so that's why I have SPS. Non-financial advice, do your research if you want to participate. And the cool thing about SPS, you can also earn a high interest rate off this. So with any SPS tokens earned, you can harvest them, and then you can go to Splitterlands and you can stake your coins there. And the interest rate for SPS tokens at the moment is around 200%, super high, but that's absolutely going to go down over time because that's unsustainable. And I'm also staking Mask. So you can see here the interest rate I'm getting APR for Mask, and I'm getting APR for SPS. Now, I can harvest these whenever I want, and as soon as I harvest these Mask tokens, they will appear in my Trust wallet. So, for example, let's do it. I'm going to harvest my Mask tokens, going to hit confirm. A prompt should appear in my Trust wallet account. We're going to wait on that in real time, and Dan is just talking. Filling time, waiting for this notification to happen on my phone. Here we go, smart contract call. Loading, and it's going to cost me 45 cents to claim $10.64 of Mask tokens. That is a little high, but I'm gonna claim it anyway. You know, you have to outweigh, is the gas fee worth claiming it now, or do you just claim more in bigger amounts? It's like you're driving a car. Do you want to get gas at half a tank, a quarter tank, or on an empty tank? Are you going to be saving more time and money? And you make that decision yourself. So I have harvested those tokens, or I think I did. So I'm going to hit confirm again. Yeah, they were harvested. Okay, so sometimes if it doesn't update right away, I get concerned. And you should be concerned, like, oh, did this go through? And because sometimes it's unreliable, but hey, all this technology is still fairly new. All right, so looking into my BSC scan address and looking into my wallet, I do have those mask tokens. They did appear 2 minutes ago, so you can see that happened. So when you claim tokens from a pool, they will appear in your Trust Wallet account. And now I have mask on Binance Smart Chain. How to earn passive income with PancakeSwap as a liquidity provider. So a liquidity provider is someone who adds liquidity to the market, and this market is exclusively to PancakeSwap for this video, and that's when you add a balance of 2 different tokens. That could be BNB to USDT or BNB to BUSD, any combination of coins that are supported on BEP20. That is the Binance Smart Chain network. It is going to sound confusing, so we are going to look at a very simple example. If I want to be a liquidity provider for the BUSD and USDT trading pair, I'm going to have to add an equivalent amount. So it has to be a 50-50 ratio, and that's how the liquidity pools always maintain their balance. Everything always has to be at 50-50, and there will be some issues there as the coin price goes up or down. We'll get into that. That is called impermanent loss. So when you add liquidity as a liquidity provider, you need to add 50% of one coin and 50% of another. And this is 50% of its US dollar value. So I would add, in this scenario, 50 USDT and 50 BUSD. I now have a 1-to-1 balance, and I can become a liquidity provider. And if you become a liquidity provider, you can see here, by adding liquidity, you'll earn 0.17% of all trades on this pair, proportional to your share of the pool. Fees are added to the pool, accrue in real time, and can be claimed by withdrawing your liquidity. So the revenue you generate through these trades are automatically being added to your pool tokens. So you won't necessarily see any actual rewards, and you might not be able to figure out how much you actually earned until you withdraw those liquidity provider tokens for the original tokens you submitted. Impermanent loss. This is something you have to consider if you want to be a liquidity provider, because you could actually lose money by being a liquidity provider in the event that your token price goes up significantly in value. And this is just a chart where it's kind of looking at the market over a year. It's not exactly something you can assume, because there's a lot of different factors, like how much are you really going to make as a liquidity provider? No one can tell, because that's based on the amount of people are trading. If the market is bullish, a lot of people are going to be trading. Now, if the market is bullish, that's kind of another issue, because as the liquidity pool has to keep that 50-50 balance, it might be selling off some of your assets to maintain that 50 balance. So for example, we have $500 worth of BNB and $500 worth of BUSD. If BNB goes up in value, it's gonna have to sell off some of that BNB to buy BUSD to maintain that 50-50 balance. So to put it simply, you're better off holding a token in a bull market than being a liquidity provider. Now that's, you know, in the event that the coin goes up at least 100% in value. But if we're in a sideways market and people are still actively trading, you're going to do better as a liquidity provider holder. So by adding liquidity, you'll make more. Now it's best to kind of split it up, unless you're very good at analyzing and predicting the market. I'm not, so I kind of split things up, but for the most part, I am a holder. How to yield farm. So when you're joining any of these farms, you will be adding the liquidity pair of those tokens. So for example, cake to BNB, BUSD to BNB, and then you'll be earning an interest rate for holding those liquidity provider tokens on the PancakeSwap platform. Now, as you can see, some of them have very, very high APRs, and that's because you will be taking a lot of risk. Generally speaking, the higher the APR, the higher the risk. So if you want to jump into any of these that have a very high APR, you should understand what you're investing in. I personally will stick to things that I've researched, that I understand, and if I like their business model, if I see that happening long term. So for example, AXS to BNB, both by themselves, great tokens, and you can earn a pretty high interest rate just for holding that liquidity onto PancakeSwap. So if you want to participate in any of these, you're just going to have to put up a 50-50 ratio of the tokens. So cake USDT, $100 a cake, $100 a USDT. And earlier in the video, I provided the BUSD BNB pair. I took some out just to test, and I'm going to show you how to withdraw your liquidity from PancakeSwap. It's pretty easy. Just select this minus sign. You can take out as much as you'd like. I am going to take out the max amount. Gonna hit confirm, and then I will get a prompt on my phone to confirm the transaction and approve. Happened in real time, and we're waiting for it to update on the website. Once this goes through, we are gonna go back to the exchange. Well, we're gonna go back to trade and select liquidity. And now we should see all our tokens there, 2.37 liquidity provider tokens of BNB to BUSD. Now we can remove liquidity and just get that BNB and BUSD back, and let's do that. So we're gonna select remove, and we can take out any amount we like. I actually really like this slider. We are gonna take out 100% of the liquidity that we provided, and it shows us what we're leaving with. We're leaving with 0.12 BNB and 59 BUSD. And it doesn't really show us the rewards we earned, but that has all been rolled into the amount we're getting back. So as a liquidity provider, we earned 0.17% of every trade that happened on the exchange in relation to the amount of the pool we owned. And we owned a very, very small share of the pool, significantly less than 1%. I'm going to hit enable. And then I'm going to get a prompt on my phone, and all I have to do is hit OK. And now we can remove liquidity. So you have to hit enable, confirm it on your phone, hit remove, and we need to confirm what we will be receiving. Yes, and hit confirm. And then we get another prompt on our phone and approve. So my transaction has been submitted, and in my Trust wallet, I will receive 0.12 BNB and 59 BUSD. If you want to remove liquidity from PancakeSwap, it's going to take you less than a minute. With what you've learned in this video, that applies to most DeFi platforms on how to provide liquidity, how to join a pool, how to farm, and you should be set to get out there into the DeFi world. Now, with that, I hope you got your full value for today.